Welcome to the agenda with me, LASHA Kingsley in Douala, Cameroon. So many peace initiatives have been brought forth to end the conflict in the northwest and southwest regions of the country. These peace initiatives have either failed or the outcomes of such initiatives have not brought forth the much needed peace in the two English-speaking regions of the country. On today's edition of the program, we are examining another peace initiative that is in the pipeline to bring the much needed solution or the crisis to an end in the northwest and southwest regions of the country. We are talking about the Ghanaian Peace Initiative. Their initiators or organizers talk to the agenda. I'll be right back after this. Dr. NDONWIE Peter, thank you so much for joining me in Ghana this day to talk about this very important initiative which is meant for peace to return in the northwest and the southwest regions of the country. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon from Ghana. I hope you are doing well.
We're doing well, Doctor, and this is a peace initiative that you are the author or you are behind this Ghanaian Peace Conference to take place sometime later this year. And my very first question to you is, why Ghana, sir?
Thank you so much. It's a very good question because normally in conflict resolution, you need to understand that where the conflict is taking place or where the people are actually fighting in a war-torn area, you cannot successfully hold a peace initiative there for people to come and sit when the fighting and the smoking guns are still on. So again, we look at the aspect of who are those behind the party or the stakeholders concerned. And we look at their security, we look at every other things concerned. And is it safe for them to come to Cameroon to hold a meeting there in Cameroon? Well, many people we've contacted said no, they cannot come. But so we were forced now to look for a neutral ground. And the neutral ground being Ghana. Why? First of all, my organization is operational in Ghana. We're working so close with the government of Ghana in many, many initiatives and working across West Africa country. And so obviously we think that where we are, it is safe for the people to come over to Ghana because it's a neutral place. So where people will be able to sit freely and talk in the fair without being forced to say or do what they don't like. So we prefer that they should come over to Ghana because this is a neutral ground. A neutral ground will enable everybody to be able to air his grievances, and we will be able to look for a common ground to bring forth a solution to the crisis in our country, in Cameroon.
Okay, our audience are interested in knowing who your sponsors are, or better still, who mandated you, sir, to come up or organize this conference?
That's a good question. You know, there are many people who keep on saying that the solution of the crisis in Cameroon lies in the hands of the president of Cameroon, Paul Biya, President Biya, but we say no. You know, this is a complex situation, and each and every Cameroonian has a role to play as far as that crisis is concerned. And in order to bring back peace to that country, it needs you and myself. So you should not just sit there and thinking that you should be mandated. First of all, my organization has been intervening in Cameroon, in the northwest and the southwest regions for a good number of years, providing services and child-focused and focused development programs to women and children in Cameroon. But since 2016, we've not been able to, you know, successfully implement our projects in that country. And because of that, we thought it wise that we cannot just sit and pull our hands and waiting just for the president of Cameroon to bring up the solution or just for the separatists to bring up the solution. But there is a way where when good men don't do anything, things go wrong. So we say, okay, let's contribute something to our own quota towards this solution to see how we can be able to bring the parties together for them to understand that there's a need for peace. And when there's peace, dialogue will flourish, justice will come. And so the issue is not being mandated. I'll give you an example. When there was the crisis in Liberia and so on, there were more than 20 conferences organized by Liberians, not only waiting only for the government to do that. So if I'm doing that, I'm a Cameroonian, first of all, before working with Pan-African Organization for Research. And I believe that if we just sit and pull our hands and only waiting for one party to bring up a solution, then we are making a very big error. We play a vital role in foiling that conflict. People play a vital role in trying to see that we can also bring down the conflict to a level where people should be able to sit on the table and talk. And that's why we are here. Our role is to ensure that people should come and let's sit and talk and then look for a common ground and a way out. Not mandated by anybody, but
okay,
using our good office.
Yeah, my question was a twin question anyway. I asked the sponsors, who are the people sponsoring you?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you are the main face behind. You are the main face behind the project. You are the main face behind the project. So, who are the people sponsoring you?
An African Organization for Research and Protection of Violence on Women and Children is a non-governmental organization that is operational in Ghana and in Cameroon. And so, therefore, we have that mandate among within our institution to be able to look for possibilities of bringing peace. And so, if you want to look, thinking of who are our sponsors, first of all, our organization is the main sponsor. We collaborate with the Dove Lobbying Group, Cameroon. Dove Lobbying Group is one of the structures that were set up by ourselves, Pan-African Organization for Research, in collaboration with other stakeholders in Cameroon, and which I will not be calling names here for now, because it is not proper, but I think many people know those who are behind the Dove Lobbying Group. You have people like Professor Saw is there. One day he will come up here. We have been talking so much about that. And then we have other people who are on board. And those who are actually sponsoring us, I will want to let you understand that that is very critical at this moment for me to mention who are those sponsoring us because of the situation. If you are aware, we learn from other practices.
So I asked you that question. I asked you that question because whoever is giving you money or trying to push forth for dialogue to come has an interest in Cameroon. That's the reason why I asked that question.
Funding for our initiative is open to every Cameroonian. We are not being funded by anybody, but we think that we are able to respond from each and every one. If you think like supporting the initiative, you can put in your own support. We have put out proposals requesting for support from Cameroonian business operators and entrepreneurs, from the civil society and from other actions, including plus the government. We have also put out our request for funding to other international bodies, which we are getting some positive response from that direction. But at this moment, I will not be able to put names because, it's a very critical and strategic situation that we just want to make sure that we achieve what we are achieving before we will now come out to tell people who are those behind us. Normally, the conference in Ghana will be able to, during the conference, people will know who are those supporting the conference. But for now, it is impossible for us to do that. If we do that, maybe people start attacking this and that, start throwing stones here and there. But normally the whole thing is that the conference is going to come up. And obviously it's going to come up within this year. Okay. We have a lot of people who are already behind it, and we are sure that it's going to come up. Okay,
Doc, have you ever heard of the Swiss Talk initiative by separatists? I'm talking about the initiative that was put forth by the IG. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I am aware of them. I have been talking with all those initiatives. We have been talking with all those that matter.
Okay, let me come to my question. Let me ask the question that I just wanted a yes or no to that question so I can proceed with what I wanted to ask from you. Yes, there have been rumors that the government of Cameroon did not support it. Why not go to why go to Ghana? Why not support the Swiss initiative that has already the foundation stone has already been laid? Why come up with something starting from scratch?
That's good question. I have constantly been saying, even in social media forums and down here, that people should understand that if you don't know how the Swiss talk is operating, please don't be saying things that you don't know. I don't understand where people came out with the ideas to say that the government is not part of this, the government is this and that and so on. People just go on social media and be saying just what they think they can say. People believe in rumors and acting on rumors. You understand? So because of that, a lot of things that is where this crisis has been fueled up to the level where we are. I am aware of the Swiss talk. I am aware of any other initiative. I'm aware of individuals' initiatives which people are taking up. What we are doing in Ghana is a collective initiative where we think that each and every party that has been playing a vital role as far as the crisis in Cameroon, looking for ways and solutions to bring peace, should be part of the Ghana conference, and that's what we are working on.
Okay, who are the participants, Doc? Who are the participants? And what are the expected outcome of this meeting, if it actually holds?
Yes, yes. The initiative, the participants for this initiative is each and every person who has a stake in the crisis in our country, in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. So, which therefore means that we are looking at the separatists. We are looking at the representatives from where possible from the government. But one thing that we want to further all stress here is that this meeting is purely going to be for the English-speaking Cameroonians, who will be able to come and sit as a family to greet and talk to each other, and then we look for a way out. If the government is coming on board, the government should come on board as an observer, just to see exactly what we are doing. And then after that, we will be able to present the resolutions and the outcome of the conference for government to appreciate for action. That's one thing. So it is open for every Cameroonian, Northwest, with indigenous of the Northwest and Southwest regions of Cameroon, because this crisis affects them a lot. And then we are also, there are a lot of these silent voices where, because of the crisis, they are now being pushed behind. The elites, civil society, and so on and so forth. We're making it in such a way that we are looking for a common ground for everybody to be on board. So I want to let you understand that we have been in touch with each and every party concerned as far as the crisis in Cameroon is concerned. I've spoken to the IG, I've spoken to the other parties, I've spoken to each and every institution that you best know, that all of us know, who are actually foiling or trying to look for a way out of the crisis. So there's nobody who is left behind.
Okay. Nobody's left behind, Doc. And let me find out from you the mechanism that you've put in place to make sure that the peace conference is flexible and also ensure that the outcomes of the set meeting will be respected.
Yes, some people may be thinking, people are saying that we have just been referred to as like the second Grand National Debate of Cameroon government. I laughed. I said, no, we are not, but we are building on what the government has done. We appreciate the effort of the government. We appreciate the effort of each and every person who has played a vital role as far as the crisis is concerned. We are not coming to challenge any other initiative. We are just coming to see that where can we continue? Where are things not going well, so that we should be able to, look for a way out. Look, the solutions of the crisis in our country lies in our hands as Cameroonians, as people from the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. If we say tomorrow that the war will come to an end, it's going to end. If we say that it should continue, it will continue. But I believe that I know the victims are crying, everybody is crying, even including those who are foiling it. They are looking for a way out. They have reached a certain level, which I think all of them are in what we call conflict trap. And in a conflict trap, there must be a third party or somebody to come in to say, oh, but what are you fighting for? Let's sit on the table and talk. That is the reason. The table is there. The table is for everybody. Let them come and sit on the table and let's see and look for a way out. And then peace, when peace reigns, justice will come. Some people keep saying that justice before peace. I say no. Justice cannot be achieved before peace because they are already fighting. The first thing is that the smoking guns must be down. If the smoking guns are not down, you cannot achieve justice. It is when the smoking guns are down, and then we'll be able to sit on the table and we look at where did we go wrong? How did we got ourselves to this level? And then we start seeing what role did you play and so on. And that is when that will happen, not with us, but this initiative in Ghana is just an initiative for us to start to open that corridor for that peace talk, for people to start talking. I don't just expect that the peace initiative in Ghana will bring a magic solution to the crisis in Cameroon. No, it will not. It will just open up the corridor for people to start talking, so that our brothers and sisters who are out there in the diaspora, those who are back in Cameroon and those who are around Africa, wherever they are, should be able to come and air their voices, and people should, and then we look for a solution. That is the thing behind the conference, and that's the reason why we think that people should come on board, and that is the reason why we are now having a lot of international attention towards what we are doing, and we believe we are going to succeed because we are bringing everybody on the table. We are not just thinking that, oh, if we have contacted each and every person who has come up with an initiative as far as the crisis is concerned, that please, let's meet in Ghana and look for a common ground. And that is one of the good things that I'm telling you, that there's nobody who is left behind.
Okay, Doc, many people are of the opinion that those in the diaspora who have been commanding this war no longer have control of what is termed ground zero. Have you been able to reach out to some of these people who are carrying guns on the so-called ground zero? I'm talking about the so many generals who are commanding on the ground.
Yes, you know, Pan-African Organization is working in collaboration with Dove Lobbying Group, which is a network of experts in conflict resolution. Personally, I've spoken to a lot of separatist leaders. I've spoken to the boys on the ground. I'm in touch with the guys in the prisons. I'm in touch. We are actually talking with everybody. Everybody is aware of this Ghana Peace Initiative. There's nobody who will tell you that he's not aware, except that person wants to pretend. But the whole issue is that people are aware. But you know, at a certain level, when people see some certain profit that they are making out of it, they don't see the reason why they should be pissed. But there's a reason for us to have peace, because then once we have peace, we have more profit, our businesses will flourish, things will move on and so on and so forth. So we are in touch with each and every person, including all the separatist leaders on the ground. Whether the people in diaspora are in control of the guys on the ground, I cannot tell. But I know at a certain level people say so, but I will not have to put my voice in saying they are not in control. But the issue is that whether you are in control or not, let us come and sit on the table and be able to look for a possible solution out of that crisis, so that the people of the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon should be able to breathe. The women and children should be able to do their businesses. Children should go to school. Women should go to their farm, go to the market. Hospitals should be, people should be able to access medical attention. People should be able to free to go to hospitals, go to their offices without being afraid of maybe they'll have bombs on the road, or they have this and that, or they'll be shot with cross bullets and so on and so forth. These are some of the things that we are trying to prevent. And you know, when there's peace, I keep on saying dialogue and justice will flourish.
You may want to agree with me that before the Ghanaian conference, the guns have to stop smoking in the northwest and southwest regions of the country. Is the government of Cameroon and the separatists willing to take part in the conference? Are they willing?
I will tell you that every party is willing to see that peace should return to our country, including those who are even behind the instability, including everybody, including you and myself. So I don't see the reason. Everybody loves peace. People, when you see, I'm not happy to see whether it is a regular army or whoever being killed. We are not happy. We are not happy seeing women and children's rights being violated. You know, people using children as a bargaining rod for whatever they want.
Okay, your organization is very much concerned with some gender-based issues, especially in the country. Have you been able to come up with the statistics on the number of rights violations? I'm talking about gender-based violations, right violations in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon since the war went military in 2017.
Yes, I have been in Cameroon constantly every 3 months or less, or constantly I'm in Cameroon. I just came in from Cameroon. I just returned from Cameroon. I've been in Cameroon the past 3 months, moving on between northwest, southwest, and so on. We had trainings in Boya with our partners in Cameroon to see exactly how we will be able to, move on with the conference. I want to tell you that if we look at issues of gender-based violence, look at the number of children who are now pregnant, especially children of school-going age. And if you go to Douala, you go to Yaoundé, go to Bafoussam, you go to Nigeria, and so on. Even in Ghana, I've just been contacted here in Ghana by more than 1,000 and something Cameroonian refugees who are here suffering. And so we're looking for possibilities. How are we going to support them? You see that the gender-based violence is too much. Children don't go to school, especially girls. They don't go. Girls, and then they're also vulnerable to being, raped. Children are being taken, some of them are taken as soldiers, child soldiers. So these are things that we have to look at. How should we be able to stop this thing? We should be able to come down together and sit down and bring down this crisis to where we are, to a possibility of where we should be able to start talking. And when we start talking, greet ourselves, see each other, it will be far more better than you just sitting on social media, pushing your buttons, pressing your buttons, and saying whatever you want to say about the war, and promoting it, or maybe in one way or the other, or reducing it in one way or the other. But this is the time. I think we have gotten enough. And if you keep asking yourself, how did we got ourselves to this level? It's a question that we should be able to sit and think as Cameroonians. What can we do as brothers and sisters from the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon, or whatever where the other people are coming, former southern Cameroons, whatever, and be able to look at how can we come out of this terrible situation which we have found ourselves within. And I think that the Ghana Peace Conference, which is a neutral ground, will be able to, support us to come out of it. This is just an initiative. We believe that after the Ghana initiative, many things will happen. Many other conferences will come up. Many people will start talking. They'll see the need to start talking. So this is the time that we should be able to reason and talk and be able to understand that we have to sit as brothers and sisters and look for a way out of it.
Many people have given up hopes, saying that there is no way out of this crisis where we are now. There is no way. It's only God that can come down and intervene. So, what is the assurance that your initiative will not end up like the major national dialogue and the Swiss talk?
My initiative is in line, is building on all the other initiatives that have come up. The major national dialogue, people always keep mistaking it as to say that it has not succeeded. I will not say so. It's a good initiative which the government came up with it. And you know, when good initiatives are being brought up, people will say this and that, except they find themselves within to know how it is going to be operationalized. And then equally, even with this Ghana Peace Initiative, when we came up with it last year, people say it's dead on arrival, it's a no event, and so on. But people know you. When people don't know so much what you are doing, they say whatever thing they can say about you. Normally, like people are talking about the Peace Initiative, as if the Peace Initiative is a magic solution to the crisis in Cameroon. I want to tell you that we're talking with all those initiatives, we're talking with everybody who is concerned to ensure how can we be able to, harness our resources, our human resources, and whatever together to ensure that the Ghana Peace Conference should come up. One important thing about the conference is that this conference is being led and it's an initiative of Cameroonians. It's not an initiative of any foreign body. It's not an initiative. If any international body is coming in, they're only maybe coming in just to give us technical support and maybe some of the resources like the means for us to be able to transport people to Ghana, means for us to be able to pay for the accommodation and for any other logistics as far as the conference is concerned. But the issue, those behind the conference are Cameroonian. It's a local initiative. It is not an initiative from outside. It is an initiative that is actually being driven locally. And because we are those in the crisis, we know our coping strategies, and we know how we can be able to get ourselves out of it. People who think that the solution should only come from the white man, well, that is their own opinion. But I want to tell you that we are mature enough to be able to come to look for our own solutions to our problem. Because we have people, level-headed people among us, we have people who are experts in conflict resolution, we have people who are able to manage a lot of things in our country. So why do we think that we cannot look for our own possible solutions? And I believe that with us, we will be able to look for our solution and show the world that we are mature enough to be able to come out of that crisis.
Dr. NDONWIE Peter, the Executive Director of Pan-African Organization for Research and Protection of Violence on Women and Children, thank you so much for taking out time. It should be recalled that I took you out of a meeting, very, very important meeting at the Kofi Atta Annan Foundation in Ghana to be able to grant us this interview. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, let me just say one word before you should leave. I want to assure people that they should not be afraid of any security, because the concern of people is whether if they come over to Ghana, they will not be picked up and so on. I want to assure that nothing of that nature will ever happen here in Ghana. We are working with all the parties and the institutions concerned to ensure that people will arrive, come in Ghana for the conference, and they will leave Ghana safely. There's not going to be any problem. It is a country I've been there. I praise them for their sense of peaceful nature and their sense of a human way of handling things. And I understand that the country is, not going to, soil itself for people to think that they can come in. It is very safe. We are working with all the institutions in place, and we believe that people will come in and leave the country safely with no problem.
Thank you so much.
And we will continue. And the government of Cameroon, I believe, they will appreciate what we are doing, and they will be able to take it from there.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you. You are welcome.